Hello, welcome to Daily Wellbeing with Gemma. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about breathing. It's the most basic function that we go through, and when we're an infant we're just programmed to do it properly, but somehow in adult life we learn bad habits and we can actually learn to breathe in ways that aren't helpful for us. So perhaps breathing in a more shallow way, or just not appreciating taking that time to slow down and breathe more deeply. So breathing is a really powerful tool for changing the way your body feels. It's a great way to calm down, and it's just something to kind of notice and ground you in a particular moment. In particular, what I want to talk about today is belly breathing, and the reason I want to discuss that is because most of us get into the habit of breathing in a shallow way from our chest, and this is something that I've recently noticed about myself and I'm trying to work on. So if you want to see what your breathing is like, quick thing that you can do is put one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly, and just as you breathe, notice which hand moves more. So as I do that, I notice that my belly hand stays relatively still, but I can feel this hand moving up and down a little bit more as my chest rises. So that means I'm taking deep breaths, but I'm taking them from the chest. And it's not necessarily bad for us, but it's better for us if we can take belly breaths, because if they're coming from lower down, it means that they're kind of deeper, slower breaths. So takes a little bit of time to adjust this, because obviously breathing is so automatic that we're trying to raise awareness in the brain. One way we can do this is changing the pattern of our breathing. So I'm going to talk to you about these numbers shortly. But just spend some time with your hand on your belly, and as you're breathing, see if you can purposefully expand the belly. So as you breathe in, pushing your belly out as you breathe to see if you can experience that breath going deeper down. So I'm not breathing necessarily any stronger, I'm still being very gentle, but I'm just noticing what my belly does, and I'm trying to move it outwards to encourage that breath to go down. If we want to try out changing our breathing patterns, this is a good way to do it. There's lots of different models with different numbers, but I'm going to use this one because it's relatively accessible. You can do longer numbers, but they're a lot harder to get started with. So in this model, we're trying to breathe in for a count of 4 seconds, hand on the belly, trying to push it out and get the breath all the way down there. Once the 4 seconds are over, we just hold that breath in a position, and then we breathe out of the mouth for 6. So you've still got 6 and 6 to try and get a nice even rhythm, but we're just holding it to kind of train the belly to be more involved. So in, hold, and out. Remember to use the nose and the mouth. So in for 4. Hold for 2. And out for 6. I won't do any more cycles on video because it'll be boring, but it's something that you can try and do for 2 minutes at once. And if you intersperse that in your day, perhaps start the morning with it, not only will you kind of retrain the breathing pattern, but you get a little moment of quiet, of kind of getting in tune with the body, ready to start things off. When we take time to breathe, we often end up feeling a little bit more mindful, a little bit calmer, going into whatever the next part of our day is. So notice, what's your breathing like? Would you like to kind of work on that pattern? And at the very least, when can you build in a pause in your day to just take a moment and enjoy that deep breath? So I hope you found that useful. See you next time. Bye.